Dynamo, I mean, I can understand chasing the trends. Like, you know, oh, Lethal Company, let's everybody play Lethal Company. Like, oh, the content warning, that's the new hotness. Let's all go play content warning. Oh, fucking Gray Zone Warfare, that's the new thing, and they're pushing that with the influencers, so let's everybody go play Gray Zone War. Like, I don't give a shit about all that. At the end of the day, I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't take us the wrong way. I don't want people that are chasing a trend in this community. Like, I don't want people that are just here because I'm playing the brand new game that everyone else is playing, and oh look, it's a booba VTuber playing the new hotness. Like, I don't want those people. I mean, I appreciate their time if they want to hang out here, but I don't want this community to be that kind of community. I would rather work hard, put in the effort, and earn my viewers. I would rather each one of you feel like a part of this community. I would rather each one of you feel like you belong here and that you are a part of this stream, as opposed to just being someone that passes through and, you know, you're just chasing the trend like all the streamers are. Like, that was my vision when I set out for this. Like, I'm gonna be me, and I want my community to be made up of people that like me and think like me and that enjoy the same content that I do, because then we can all have a good time together, instead of, oh, well, shit, you know, the new Senua 2 is coming out. I guess we have to play that now because that's what the algorithm says. Like, I'm not into that. But anyway, enough meta commentary. Let's get back to the stompy robots, shall we? So we are in an industrial zone. Sadly, no hero mechs here. I almost want to, you know what? We got money and we got time. I'm going to go up here to this industrial zone. Like, I want to find another hero mech, chat. I want to find another hero mech. So we're going to hit up this other industrial zone. Oh, don't get me wrong, Megas. I'm not saying that the Senua's games are bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's just, like, I personally do not want to play them because I'm not interested in playing those games. And I don't want to force you guys to watch it just because, oh, that's the new game that's out and I want to, you know, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not that I think any of those games are necessarily bad. It's just I don't have an interest, and I'm not going to force you guys to sit through it just so that I can drag more people in off the front page. Because again, that's not what I'm in here for. I'm here to have a good time. I'm not here to get rich. I'm not here to get famous. I'm not here to have 1 million followers. I'm not here to, you know, like some of the bigger names on the platform, go live and have 20,000 people in my chat, because, like, you don't feel part of a community when there's that many people. When chat is just scrolling by at 50,000 miles an hour because everybody's spamming emotes and trying to get the streamer's attention and all that, that doesn't feel like community. That's just a horde. That's just a bunch of people. It's a bunch of sweaty nerds at an anime convention. There's no love there. It's just people chasing the trend. So, you know, and I got nothing against bigger streamers either. I'm not gonna say that they didn't earn their audiences, but I'm doing things a little bit differently from what you would consider the Twitch meta. But anyway, now that we're in this industrial zone, let's get some repairs underway, because the Warhammers fared pretty well, but the Zeus took some pretty bad damage, lost the autocannon, which I guess it's okay, because technically we were out of ammo for that autocannon by the time it got blown up. But we'll go ahead and get the Zeus put back together. The Battlemaster's gonna hurt though, because it got cored. It got cored, and we lost almost everything on this. So let's have a look. Let's see what we can do. If we're gonna put it together again, that's gonna be 4.5 million, and that's with the engine core. So that's 4.5 million to put this thing back together. Chat, is that even worth it? Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it is. I like a battle master, I really do. Actively start fights over best faction while we watch Mechwarrior. I love this community. I'm glad to be part of it. Well, see, that's what I'm going for. I want everybody to feel like they belong in this community. I want everybody to feel welcome. Again, this is about being chill, having a good time. Again, we're not chasing the algorithm. I'm not chasing viewers. I'm not looking to get rich or famous. I'm spending some of my free time doing what I love and broadcasting it, so if you people like it too, you can hang out and we can enjoy it together. Just tell Urs how much you love the Ghost Bear Dominion. I will not. And neither should any of you. Weebracker Reborn. Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing. Chad, what do we think? I mean, it might have just been that I'm dumb and I was not using this Battlemaster correctly, but like 5 million, and this thing didn't even survive its first mission. There's a part of me that says, if a mech doesn't survive its first mission, that's usually a bad sign. So either we gotta redesign this thing, or we might just scrap it instead. But what do you guys think? Because, I mean, a Battlemaster is a good mech. I like a Battlemaster. I just don't know if the current configuration is what we need. I don't think there's a correct way to use a Battlemaster. I mean, there's no correct way to use any mech. There are certainly intended ways, but I don't think there's any correct way. Yeah, we did get swarmed. It could be that. It could be that. Because the thing that I'm... and here's the thing that I'm looking at, right? We got the 340 engine. So we put the 340 in it, which we only have one of. But if we put the 340 in it, and we got to put a couple more heat sinks in there because we lost the engine heat sinks. But if we put the 340 in it, and we put in the heat sinks to finish it out, we're looking at 4.5 million to put this thing back together. Now, it is a Battlemaster. It's an assault mech. But it's a lot of money to spend on a mech. It really is. And I know we have money to spend. We got 54 million. Like, we can easily afford this. But Mechwarriors are superstitious. And a mech getting blown up on its first outing doesn't bode well. I'll tell you what. We did it for the Shadowhog towards the beginning of the street, or towards the beginning of this career. We'll do it for this. I'm gonna rebuild it one time. I'm gonna rebuild this thing one time. If it gets cored again, that's it. So that'll be my ruling. We're gonna put it back together. We had to rebuild it from scrap once already when we got it as salvage. We're gonna rebuild it one more time, and if it gets blown up again, it's going in the bin. Game said enough for today by crashing. Yeah, that does happen, sadly. Sorry to hear that, Slav-chan, but you can always restart. Thankfully, Battletech autosaves pretty frequently, so you should be good. You shouldn't have lost too much progress. And Bob the Troll rolling in again on another stream. Good to see you. Glad you were able to make it a little earlier this time around. I know you got in right towards the end of the stream last time, so welcome. Hopefully the weekend is treating you well, and if not, hopefully it'll be a little better now that you're here. We just got done with some narrative missions, and picked up a lot of salvage in the meantime. So, as a matter of fact, that's exactly what we need to do. We've got a lot of mechs here with lost tech that we need to strip off of them, so let's start with that. And let me check something real quick, because the game is running a little bit rough for me right now. And I think I know why. Yeah, okay, got it. Alright, chat, well, here's what we'll do. It's been 4 hours, and normally I take a BRB at the 3-hour mark, but y'all got me into a thing, and I just, I like to run my mouth. So, let's take a BRB. I'm gonna put you guys back on the home screen. We'll take a BRB. I'll let you guys listen to some tunes. So get up, refresh your drink, grab a snack, go to the restroom, get up and stretch. Make sure you don't sit down for too long. That's why I do it. Don't want the blood clots in my legs and all that nonsense. So, get up, move around a little bit, and when we come back, we will look at stripping some equipment, and then we'll get moving on. I also need to turn on the air conditioner because it is a little warm in Texas today, and my computer's running a little bit hot, so I'm going to turn on the AC as well so that the whole thing doesn't burst into flames while I'm sitting here playing games with you guys. We are back. We are back, chat. We are back. I see we're having an attempted mutiny in the chat. Attempted being the operative word, of course. Because a mutiny's only a real mutiny if it fails. Otherwise, it's just a changing of the guard, you see. Erst secretly a smoked jaguar. Careful with that. I've heard tell that he has broken knees for less than that. As I say often, do you want to know what having broke knees feels like? Because that's how you get broke knees. I'm just saying. Anyway. We are back, so let's get back into it. I have turned on the AC, and already I can see my my temps are getting back within tolerable levels. Also, it's getting a little toasty in here too, if you know what I mean. But it's always toasty, wherever I go. Sorry, I can't help it. It's just the way I am. And I do apologize for a little bit of an extended BRB. I know that's a little longer than what I typically do, but Weed Whacker Kun decided he wanted to come over and say hi. You know, everybody else has been by the window today, so of course Weed Whacker Kun had to get in his 5 minutes of fame. So I figured I would just let that play itself out before we came back. But we're good now. We're good now. I saw him packing up the equipment, so hopefully they'll be leaving. But with that being said, at this point, now that we're ready and we're in an industrial zone, let's get these mechs stripped of their lost tech, and we'll sell the rest, and then we will get back out into the shit. So let's see, we can take the endo, nice, we can take the double, we can take the engine core. I don't know if the weapon systems are worth it, especially at tier 0. I will take the ammo though. And I guess even though we never use it, I'll take the case. And for those of you that were not here last stream, what I discovered is if you hit strip all and the mech is still damaged like this, it also charges you money for removing the equipment that's busted. So don't do that if you're working with the settings that I'm currently working with. So we're only going to pull out the stuff that we want. I kind of want to pull this launcher just for the money. How much more does it add? Oh, good lord. Hell no. Absolutely not. I'm not paying another... No. No, you can have it. I'm not paying an extra 120k for a tier 0 LRM-15. I don't give a damn if it is Artemis. Alright. So that's one mech stripped. Let's have a look at this Griffin. Very shiny cockpit. A glorious golden cockpit. This one's actually got the core intact. So we can pull the core. We can pull the XL engine. We got case. Very nice. Very nice. We've also got a double heatsink over here. So I'll pull that. We'll pull the double heatsink kit. We got another double heatsink here. I don't think we need any of the rest of this. The prototype PPC is just a crappier version of the regular PPC. So it's not really worth using. So we'll go ahead and do that. Let's have a look at the Enforcer. I don't know if it's worth the money to remove it, though, Erst, is the thing. Oh my. It's not a whole lot left of this thing. I don't think we're gonna get the Pharaoh. See, it said that the Pharaoh and the Endo were still intact on this, but I suspected that that was not the case because we cored it out. I mean, it does put it in our... It actually gives it back to us. No shit. Alright, so if I pull the double heatsink kit, does that give that back to us too? No. Alright. So we'll cancel, so I don't get charged for removing the double heatsink kit. We're min-maxing here, chat. We're min-maxing. So I'm gonna take the Endo. I'm gonna take the Pharaoh. There's not a whole lot else worth keeping in this thing. I will pull that double heatsink, though. And you know what? Pulling out some medium lasers is not gonna be that expensive, so I'll take that, too. We can always use more Frank's Red Hot. And then we got this 27B crab. It's another Star League crab. Part of me wants to put it back together, just to replace one of our other crabs. That might be worth it. Because we already have one Star League crab in Crab Squad. The only problem is we're not going to have the Royal Double Heatsink kit to replace with it. But we could just repair it, strip it, and then rebuild it from scratch. So let's make sure if we pull the Pharaoh, it does give it to us. Well, let's go ahead and see if we repair it. That's got to come out because it's busted. We're not going to keep the small laser anyway. The large lasers are gone. I'll pull the doubles. We'll pull the Royal Double because it's busted. Leave the engine core in it for now. And we'll take out the double heat sinks because we're already paying quite a bit. So there we go. We'll leave the core in it, but we'll rebuild it. And basically, we'll use this to replace one of the crabs in Crab Squad. So that we'll have 2 Star League crabs. And then the Locust, strangely, also has some lost tech in it. So we'll pull all that as well. Now, I'm a little bit concerned because even though we're pulling this and it shows up here, it then doesn't... It's not showing up in our, It's not showing up in here, so does that not happen until after the uninstall is done? Because I thought it happened instantly. I thought the stuff was removed instantly, but you still have to go through the work bill. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. There's never anything wrong with multiple shotgun barrels pointed in one direction. This is correct. This is correct. In fact, the more DACA that you can put on target at one time, the better. Alright, so with that done, we got a lot of mechs to sell. Then again, this cicada has a tier 3 PPC in it. No, stay on target. Stay on target. The Enforcer. Got a regular old fire starter. It's all tier 0 equipment. Another regular fire starter. Oh wow, it's got primitive armor. Yeah, definitely don't want that. Still gotta fix up this Highlander. Now that we're at almost 60 million, it might be time to finally put the Highlander back together. This is a Royal Highlander, by the way. Again, I think we just sell this thing. Locust, same story. And the same story with the Urbies as well. Mostly just took them for a little bit of extra money. And there we go. We are now up to officially over 60 million sea bills. Yeah, Ernst, it may not be out until it's finished with the work orders, so I'm gonna wait and see what happens. Hopefully we actually get that stuff back. But in the meantime, we got a Highlander to rebuild. So let's see what we can do with it. If we just go to repair, we can actually repair this thing and fix everything except for the Gauss. And we might have a Gauss, we just may not have a tier 2. Oh, mama. We have a tier 4 Gauss. But we also have LBXs as well that we picked up. And we got the long-time artillery. But that's twice the weight of the Gauss. We've also got a tier 5 Ultra AC5. Chat, we got options. We got options. Alright, well, first and foremost, let's get the case out of here, because we don't use case in this company. Let's get the jump jets out of here, because that's weight that could be used for ammo, heat sinks, or more weapons. Let's see, this is all Artemis missile systems, which weighs more for not a whole lot of benefit. I'll consider it. I'll consider it. We're gonna have to remove the Gauss no matter what we do. Alright, Chad, what do you think? What do you think? Do we do the big dumb? Do we do the big dumb and try to put the long time in this thing? Well, apparently we can't. Alright. So then it comes down to, we have tier 4 Gauss, but we also have tier 4 LBX-10 clustered. So, what are we thinking, Chad? Do we do the Gauss and make this true to form? Or do we put in the LBX instead? C-Bill for your thoughts. Make it a double barrel over undershot head. I don't think we can fit 2 LBX-10s in this arm. Yeah, it's too big. We can't fit 2 of them in there. We could do 1. Too many critical slots, though. But yeah, definitely... Nah, all we have for LBXs right now is just the 10. That's all we've come across so far. Alright, Sierra. Well, it was good to have you. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Saturday. Glad you were able to catch most of the stream, at least. Good luck with the work, whether that be actual work or Arma-related work. And hopefully the app will go well if it is Arma. But thanks for hanging out as always. Alright, let's try with the LBX. Because the LBX is only 11 tons versus 15 for the Gauss. So, what do we get in terms of ammo? We got 8 bins of ammo, and we all know ammo goes in the feet. I don't write the rules. But it's going to be our primary damage dealer, so I think we go 4 tons. 4 tons of ammo. That's going to give us 160 shots. Ouija, yeah. The ultra auto cannons are very good. Snub PPCs are good, and Infernos are actually really good because when they hit, it increases the heat on the enemy that it hits. So you can sometimes cause them to overheat, or at least cause them to gain enough heat that they don't fire their weapon systems. Let's see. Aside from that, we've already got the Royal Double Heat Sink Kit. Alright. Here we go. I think I have an idea. So we got an SRM in the arm, right? Maybe. We do the same thing in the torso. Now, I don't like the ammo being in the torso. We've had bad experiences with that before. And I know we said we don't use case in this company, but in this one very specific instance, I think it might be warranted. Also, where is all of my case? Like, what category is it under? Why am I not seeing it? There we go. I think we put case in this torso just to prevent torso explosion. And I know it's heresy. But that SRM ammo is going to take the whole damn mech with it, and this mech is too valuable to lose to an ammo explosion. Plasma rifles available? That's a good question. I don't actually know. I hope they are, because we will definitely be using them if so. So let's see. 2 bins of ammo for the SRMs. And those are Artemis SRMs. We got 4 bins of ammo for the LBX. We got the medium lasers to round out the firepower. We've already got the Pharaoh, and we're not even close to the weight limit. And this is with maxed out armor. Like, the armor is already maxed. So I could pull the Pharaoh. And we still have plenty of tonnage to play with. Chet, are we gonna do dumb shit? I think we're gonna do dumb shit. You know I had to try. Alright. God damn you! Hold on. Okay, I've got a weed whacker getting very close, but I'm not seeing it pick up the sound on my sound levels. So I'm gonna let it ride for now. Let me have a look at the market. What do we got in the way of engine cores? Because what I want, yeah, something like this. A 350 or a 355. I'm gonna buy a 350 because I want to put a 350 in this thing. I want to make it speedy. Well, speedier. A Highlander's pretty slow. Now, with that, we can then put the double heat sinks in the torso and not use up critical slots for it. But it's still a little bit too heavy. Just a little bit too heavy. So we could put the Pharaoh back in. We could put Indo in it as well. No, we can't because we don't have the criticals. Shit. Alright. So we're saving almost 2 tons with the Pharaoh. If we put in the Indo instead, we're saving 4.5 tons. So we're definitely saving more with the Indo. If we had the critical slots to put both in, that would be perfect, but we don't. Right now, Madman, we do not have any swords to put on the Highlander, but even if we did, this particular Highlander would not allow us to use the sword, sadly. But this can almost get us where we want to be. We could drop armor. Just a little bit. How much is the case? The case is 1/2 a ton. Son of a bitch. I want to keep the case because I don't want this thing to explode. Again, it is too fucking valuable to explode. Yeah, we could just drop a medium laser too. We could drop the Artemis and just make them regular SRMs. Nah, we can't, General Quarters. We don't have enough critical slots. I try to put in the armor. Not enough free slots. I mean, I guess technically we don't need the spread reduction for the SRMs. But by using the spread reduction on the Artemis, that also gives us the opportunity to hit targets farther away. And the SRMs and the LBX is where most of our stuff is going to be coming from. So where do we lose 1/2 a ton is the question. Because the case is 1/2 a ton. I could just drop the case and problem solve. Like, I do this, drop just a few points of armor, and that's it. The design works. Maybe. Hold on. I wouldn't normally do this, but we can do this. Drop one of those. Do that. Again, I wouldn't normally do this, but for the sake of keeping this design viable, we swap out one medium for a small laser, so that's gonna hurt our range up close, but we're not getting the majority of our damage from lasers anyway. And this design works. What do we think about this one, chat? How you feeling about it? But I'm gonna take your silence as acceptance. And we're gonna do it. It's gonna be almost 5 million sea bells to put this girl back together. But I have a feeling it's gonna be worth it. I have a feeling it's gonna be worth it. Well, Ernst, you know I'm just doing the dropping the little pieces of armor here and there to balance out so we don't have those odd numbers. So I only dropped like 4 or 5 points of armor overall on the entire mech. Not a huge deal. Alright. Now with that being said, we got a crab that's getting rebuilt. We're gonna work on Crab Squad. Got these other mechs being stripped. We're rebuilding the Highlander. We're repairing these mechs. So, in the meantime, while we wait, let's do some arena missions, shall we? We got a 4v4 medium. Well. I mean, Ernst, it wouldn't be the first time I got cored today. You're not wrong. But a 4v4 medium, we happen to have the perfect squad for this type of mission. Actually, you know what? That's how you do it on the arena. We happen to have the perfect squad for a medium mech free-for-all. Or, I'm sorry, a medium mech 4v4. And that squad is called motherfucking Crab Squad. Now where's our... Oh, there it is. There's the 27 SL. And then we will throw in our pilots. Let's put in Jonah. We'll put in Matse. We'll put in Ansi. And I think Ernst is our other... Yep, Ernst is our other crab. Alright, chat. Let's make it hot. We'll do some arena missions while we wait for all that work to get done. And I know time isn't actually gonna pass, but the damage we'll take on the crabs will give us an excuse to pass some time. And look at that, deal energy damage. It's like they know me. Didn't get a chance to see what we're up against, though. There we go. We got Wolverine, we got Hatchet Man, we got Assassin, we got Centurion. That's a respectable lance. If the AI knew how to use it properly. Instead, I think they're just gonna get the clamps. There you are. Hello, sweetheart.
Centurion.
Direct hit. Their offensive weapons just took a hit. Bid farewell to that metal limb. Basic skills are on.
And we've already done the requisite amount of damage. You love to see it. I mean, Hatchet Man, I think now is the time for you. There is something immensely satisfying about watching the AI pop up. Oh, he's trying to hit me with the melee weapons. Watching the AI pop up with those jump jets and then get blown up and watching him very slowly float back down to the ground. You tried to get me with that claw, did you? How's that claw working out for you now, buddy? Oh, he's not. Nope, okay. They saved me. They saved me. He was coming at me with that claw. He was ready. He was ready. I was over there talking that shit. I almost got clawed in the face. And that's why you don't talk shit until after all the enemies are dead, chat. Because sometimes they're gonna make you look like a dumbass. Alright, we're almost up to the next level of Arena Fame. And while we do have the ability to take some salvage, I mean, none of it is really that good. So I guess we'll just take the Assassin and one piece of Centurion salvage. And there we go. Let's have a look at this Assassin. Yeah, nothing that we need on that, so let's go ahead and sell it. That's another 1.1 million in our pocket, in addition to the winnings from the arena mission. Outstanding. And then let's have a look at this other contract. Free-for-all open, 100-ton limit. Well. Guess what time it is? Guess what time it is, Chad?
The weather's really kicking up, Commander. Your visibility will be limited out there.
Let's go ahead and get these repairs underway first. And then we'll drop the mechs. Drop the pilots. And if it's a 1v1, I think there's only one correct answer. There's only one correct answer to a 1v1 unlimited tonnage. Let's make it hot, chat.
These Mechwarriors are raring to go. It's time to see what they're made
If they're
of.
smart, they'll start ruining now. I don't know why they keep giving me ballistic damage in these missions.
Okay, now this fight is officially on.
Because,
Someone's walking away
as
with a
much as
little
I love the
Mechwarrior.
idea of the heresy of a ballistic awesome, that's just not a thing. Oh, there's actually some heavy on the field. What is that?
Target acquired.
What is that? I can't tell. Man, half the fight's gonna be over by the time I get down there, though. That's the only disadvantage to this awesome.
New target assassin.
Well, don't forget, we also got the little wiggly medium lasers on the arm for shooting down VTOLs. Assuming that the arm doesn't get blown off.
New target Phoenix Hawk.
Phoenix Hawk, eh?
Their offensive
Well,
capabilities
prepare to be
could
rendered into the
massive
past
to
tense, my
abstract.
friend.
Let's see if that changes the complexion of the match.
Because that is what's about to happen to both of you. Where'd the other one go? You didn't already kill him, did you? Oh no, he's already running off.
How's the leg?
Damn building got in my way. Come here, you. And you are... Oh, fast, Irby. Fast, Irby. Not fast enough. Not fast enough.
Incoming missile.
Friend, there are some missile-using variants of the awesome. I don't particularly care for those because I'm not big on missiles anyway. At least not in Mechwarrior 5.
Their weapons just took a hit. Let's see if that shifts the momentum here.
They stop one-shotting the lights. They say it's very disrespectful. I mean, that's... Look, there was a 100-ton weight limit, and these donkeys decided to bring light mechs. I cannot be blamed for their stupidity. And look, I had to two-shot that guy.
Blasted their leg right off.
And that was partly my fault, because I hit him in the leg the first time. PVC awesome is the only correct awesome. I agree. I agree. Although, I will allow plasma rifles as well. Plasma rifles would also be an acceptable substitute. Oof. Now, where is the last mech standing? I know we passed hat trick territory quite a while ago. Oh no, am I stuck in here?
New target.
What do we got? A griffin and a melee griffin at that. Well, you can get close if you want. I don't know if that's gonna work out well for
Energy
you.
levels are low. This match is turning into a low event battle.
Ava.
Someone needs to do something to kick it up a
Ava.
notch.
Calm your tits, woman. It's fine. There's a reason they don't deliver mail in these fucking things. Alright? I don't have any control over it. Oh, damn, you were so close. You were so close. Oh shit, I forgot. My bad. I completely forgot about Sage Raven. Fuck. I forgot we needed to get our boy back. Man. I almost fucked up royally. Pay the ransom. Jesus. My bad, chat. I'm sorry. If anybody was out there trying to remind me, I apologize. We had the BRB, and I got sidetracked. Thankfully, the game knows how stupid I am and gave me one last chance. Wow, I just fucking obliterated that dude. Like, headshotted. Alright. We got 2 more picks. I guess I'll take some more Centurion salvage. Oh, I didn't realize that this was a multi-mission thing. Okay, fine, cool. If it's gonna be another one. Scrapyard Shuffle, because I think when they do these multi-missions for the arena, I think it's just back-to-back the same contract. Like, it's the same type of mission. That's it. Fuck it. I won't even repair. Let's go. I'll just go in, do it again. Bring me 10 more losers.
These Mechwarriors are set to do battle. Riches
Aw,
and
it's only
glory
6.
are up for grabs.
I guess they're running out of people willing to fight me.
New target. Hunchback.
See, we got a Hunchback, an AC-10 Hunchback. The only difference between this and a normal AC-10 Hunchback is that this one has a mace. Too bad you're never gonna get close enough to use it. Now, who is shooting me from behind?
New target. Vulcan.
Vulcan? Alright. Be rendered into the past tense.
Target acquired.
Firestarter, was it you? You have machine guns. It was probably you shooting me in the back. You little butthole. Man, you almost had it there for just a second. You to ban PPCX like we banned steroids in the Olympics? No. No. Friendade, look, you're saying ban the PPCX because you see it in its ideal scenario. Like, this is the perfect situation for a PPCX. Oh my. He took a little damage. But don't think, I mean, don't get me wrong, the PPCX is busted AF. Like, they nerfed these things and they're still broke. But like, I'm in a very slow mech. And these have a very short range. Like, I'm trying to nerf myself as much as possible so as not to abuse the PPCXs. So, give me a break here. Give me a break.
New target. Vindicated.
Oh no! You were gonna hit me with that mace, and it just didn't work out for you.
What a finish.
Unfortunate, my friend.
Tremendous victory.
I would clap for you, but the awesome can't actually touch its arms together.
Strikes him down.
Hey, there we go. We're an up-and-comer. Add the O and it might be correct. We're up-and-coomers. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got some Endo in that Firestarter. I might take it just for that. Oh, we got some more Endo? Man, yes. Please, keep feeding me the Endo all day long. I will take it. I guess we'll just take the rest of the picks, because that's all I've got. I can't take any of the mechs or I'll be over. Confused why there's no weight limit for the arena missions. Well, there are some with weight limits was up. It's just, it's taking from a pool of arena missions. So some of them are unlimited tonnage, some of them are not. The reason that you're seeing so many light and medium mechs is not because of the weight limit, but because of the level that we are in the arena. So as you level up your arena reputation, you will start to see more heavy mechs and more interesting variants of mechs. So because we're still relatively low level in the arena, that's why these are super easy right now. It will get more difficult, we just have to build up our rep. I think it's kind of dumb that that's the case. I think that the difficulty should be tied to the mission rather than a reputation system, but, you know, it's whatever. Yeah, it's basically Mike Tyson versus Bob the Builder at the moment. Eventually, as I get higher up in levels, they will get to the point where they might actually provide a challenge. Well, we got some stuff. We got a rapid-fire autocannon, 2 of them. We got a medium lance, and we got an arena supercharger. Outstanding. So, with that being done, I think we go to the timeline. Let's go ahead and just wait out some time here while we wait for all these mechs to get done. The Highlander refit is going to take a little while, so I'm not going to wait for that one. That one can just happen in time. And then we'll go ahead and sell off all these mechs that we stripped down. So that's going to be even more money in our pocket. Yeah, we'll be facing Annihilators and Awesomes and Atlases and stuff like that eventually. We just have to get to that point. So we'll do that. We just brought in this Griffin, which I think we'll just sell it. Like, it doesn't have anything interesting, but it's mostly whole. So selling it nets us 3 million. But this Vulcan, I want to pull out the... That's what she said. I want to pull out the Endo. Is it actually going to give it to us? It will. And then there's 1 double heat sink in it, so I'll pull that as well. And then let's have a look at this fire starter. So they went with a light rifle fire starter, apparently, on this one. They went light rifle, AC2. This thing looks like it was cobbled together. Chat. I know we already have a fire starter, but hear me out. Fire starter with all machine guns. What do we think? And Game Master Hub rolling into the chat on a Saturday. Good to see you, Game Master. Thanks for joining us again on another stream. Hope the weekend is treating you well. And if it's not going good for you, hopefully it'll be a little better now that you're here. Mate says it's late, so I'm off. Good night. Yes, good night to you as well, Mate. I know it's late where you are, so get some sleep. Hopefully you enjoyed your time with us today. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Saturday as well. And as always, I wish you the best. Sweet dreams, and I hope you have an outstanding rest of your weekend. See, here's the thing with this mech, though. Here's the thing, though. We put nothing but machine guns in it, and we have AMS slots in both side torsos. We put in machine guns, we put in AMS, and we just run circles around people. Doesn't YAML nerf machine guns? That I don't know. I do not know. And Game Master Hub resubscribing for a 4th month with an emote in chat. Thank you so much, Game Master, for the continued support. Again, you guys do not have to do that, but I always appreciate it. Thank you for sticking with us for so long, and thank you for every minute and dime you choose to spend here with me. Thank you for supporting me, supporting the community, and supporting the stream. Let's see what kind of machine guns we have. Because I don't normally carry around a lot of machine guns. We don't actually have that many. And Ouija75 Prime subbing. For those that don't know, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe to any Twitch channel you can subscribe to one Twitch channel for free. So I appreciate you using your Prime here. Thank you so much, Ouija. And welcome to the Cult of Bad Tactical Decisions. Late here too, depending on your POV. Yeah, I mean 6 a.m. is late if it's Sunday morning for you, Cosmic. So again, to you as well, I say thank you for hanging out. Thank you for joining us for the stream, and hopefully you have a good night / morning and rest of your weekend as well. Yeah, take that cash from Jeff. I mean, Jeff owns Twitch and he owns Amazon, so he's basically just taking the money out of his pocket, putting it into my pocket, but then taking half of the money that he puts in my pocket and putting it back in his pocket. So, you know, it is what it is. That's okay. You know what? Every penny counts. Every penny counts. It keeps me from starving and it keeps a roof over my head, so I ain't gonna complain. I don't know. I'm wondering if it's even worth it to put in the fire starter with all machine guns. Like, this is the first all ballistic fire starter that I've seen, and I really want to play around with it, but at the same time, we're very late in the game. I don't know that it's going to survive very long, especially as we start to get it. Well, you know what? I tell you what. We haven't done any Mech Bay Heresy this stream, so here's what we'll do. We'll do some fucking heresy. First things first, though, that XL engine's gotta go. On a light mech, that's a liability. We're gonna take out the AC-2, because we're gonna make this thing a machine gun. We're gonna take out the light rifle. We'll take out the light rifle ammo. There we go. And then we will replace with machine guns. And I would like them to be better machine guns, but we don't really have better machine guns. So we'll just have to use what we've got. We'll stick with the endo. Now we do need some ammo for the machine guns. And of course, as we all know, ammo goes in the feet. Now this is a question that I've never had to ask myself before. Normally, 5,000 rounds of machine gun ammo is more than enough if you're running, like, say, 2 or 3 machine guns. But if we're running 8, do we need more than 2 bins? Or is 2 bins gonna be enough? Because this thing has very little armor, and I would like to put more armor on this thing. Now, we could also stick Pharaoh on it. Worst case scenario. But the thing is, I only plan to use this for arena. I'm not gonna be using this for anything else. But even so, I mean, I think we just go max armor. Even though it's gonna give us an odd number. I mean, as an arena mech, I don't think that matters all that much. So put in another bin of ammo. I don't want to put 4 bins in because that seems a little excessive. I also don't know how machine guns are on heat, so we might overheat on this. The double heat sink kit I don't think requires any additional tonnage, so there's no disadvantage to leaving it in there. It's already running a 245, which is a much bigger engine than a fire starter usually runs. But even though I wanted to put AMS in, we don't actually have any AMS. check the market and see, but yeah, I mean, for whatever reason, there never seems to be any AMS on sale, and I don't know why. So we could do Pharaoh. And that gives us about 2 tons to play with. But then what do we do with those 2 tons? And we could put lasers in it, but I don't want to have heat problems. Did we just go small short burst lasers? Put them in the torso? Something like this. We still got 1 ton to play with. Shit. Am I gonna put jump jets in a mech? I normally don't, but... I mean, we could do some goofy stuff. We could do an arena supercharger. We could do a regular supercharger. Oh no, don't worry, Dizzy. This thing's never going out on an actual mission. If I use it, it's only going to be in the arena. But an all-ballistic fire starter is just too heretical to pass up. If we take out the lasers and we put in the arena supercharger instead, is this the heresy? I feel like this might be the heresy. We could drop the laser, put in 1 jump jet, just for mobility. And I see you, friend Aid. Hydration incoming. Is this the heresy, chat? I feel like we're onto something here. I'm not sure what the top speed is. It says 130, but I don't know if that reflects the supercharger. So it's either going to be maxing out at 130, or it may go even faster than that. I don't know if it's possible for a mech to go faster than that. I mean, we have to try it, don't we? What do I think about jump jets on an Annihilator? Generally speaking, I don't like jump jets as a whole in Mechwarrior 5. On the tabletop, they can be fun. But in Mechwarrior 5, the AI is kind of dumb when it comes to jump jets and how to use them and when to use them. Let's do it. What? Why can I not do this? Missing 1 more heatsink. Son of a bitch. Why you gotta do this to me? Why do you have to be like this, Battletech? I'm sorry, why do you have to be like this, Mechwarrior? You have a 250 engine. I might. I do. But if we do that, then we're overweight. We could drop the supercharger, but I don't want to drop the supercharger. I gotta go fast. And we don't have any more weight saving that we can do. I mean, we put in Pharaoh, we put in Endo. Like, that's the best I can do. I mean, I could drop the supercharger and that immediately puts us under the weight limit, right? Like, that fixes the problem. But I don't want to do that. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. I'll put in the arena supercharger. And we're gonna go in with 2 bins of ammo. Now, I might be fucking us with 2 bins of ammo because we might not have enough ammunition to finish an extended engagement. But I want that supercharger. Oh yeah, XL engine on a light mech, way too risky. Way too risky. XLs are basically reserved for heavy and assault mechs in this game, because they're about the only ones that can take that kind of side torso damage and not have the torso get completely blown off. Like, if I'm in this thing and I get hit by an AC-20, that could rip the left torso off completely in 1 or 2 shots, and if that happens, the XL goes off and we lose the mech. So it's way too risky for light mechs. But this gives us a 250. It removes the heatsink requirement. Like I said, I might be screwing us on ammo, but I'm gonna go with this and we'll see if it works. It's 1.4 million. But I think it's 1.4 million well spent. Now in the meantime, this locust, we sell it. Wait, was I keeping this locust for a reason? I don't think I was. I don't think I was. Alright, now we have the crab B. So what we need to do then is we need to strip down one of these 20s and we'll rebuild the 27B as another crab squad. So the SL, we put large pulse lasers in it. I'm not going to do that for this one, because this is going to be for the AI. However, that doesn't mean we can't use potentially short burst. Wow, we don't have many short burst. So we'll just have to go with regular old large lasers. That's fine. And I've actually got to go back and look. Nah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We'll do that. Large laser, large laser. Trying to remember what we did with this thing, because that pretty much maxes it out. We'll go ahead and max the armor just to make sure that we're all topped up there. Drop a little bit of armor so that we can still get out there. And that gives us 6 tons to play with. We could put in medium lasers. Or, because if I remember right, we put a 300 in these, right? In the other crabs? Let me see. No, we were using 250s. So what else did I do with this? Why is it so much lighter? I forget. It's been a while. It's been a while since we did this. And Travis rolling into the chat on a Saturday. Well, Sunday for you in the land down under, but good to see you. Glad to have you. Thanks for coming to hang out with us today. Hopefully the weekend is treating you well. And we are doing well so far. We're currently in an industrial zone, rebuilding some mechs, stripping some mechs down. We're about to get ready to go on some more missions here, but I wanted to get a little mech lab work out of the way. Looks like we were just running 6 heat sinks. Alright, that works. That works. So yeah, we have another Star League era crab that we're going to use to replace one of our members of Crab Squad. And I was just having to remind myself of what it is exactly that I do with these things in order to make them viable in the first place. And it looks like I basically just put in 2 lasers, max the armor, and then fill it up with heat sinks. Which I thought that there was more to it than that, but I guess not. There we go. And we'll put the heat sinks in as you do. Stick a couple... Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Stick a couple in the torso. And there we go. And I would use the short burst lasers, but we don't have enough. We've only got one left. I guess we can check the market. Let's see what they got. Nope. No large short bursts. Only large. Disappointing. I wish you could convert them back and forth from regular to short burst and back. I haven't found the king crab yet. Nah, we haven't run into a king crab just yet. Hopefully soon, but for right now, we're just having to make do with some star lead crabs instead. Alright, let's get that put together. And in the meantime, we will strip down one of these crabs so that we can sell it. Of course, it did serve with distinction. I have absolutely no hate for this crab. It's done some good work for us over the years. But it's time to upgrade. And let me remind myself what upgrades I put on this so that we can put them on the other ones as well. So we put on laser duration and energy cooldown, but I think we have more stuff. Yeah, we could put in energy damage. We could put in extra range and velocity. Do I then just go for flat out weapon damage? Oh, we can't. We don't have enough. All right. So maybe a little more armor? I don't know. I kind of want to go with the energy. So if we drop... So we got the plus 10% energy damage. We've also just got plus 5% weapon damage. I mean, maybe we don't have to max it out at all. Maybe we don't need to max it out at all. So, we'll do the same thing here. We need extra energy damage, laser duration, energy cooldown, and energy range and velocity. And then I'll do the same thing for these. This is the reason that I never put the crabs in cold storage, by the way, is because we have so many upgrades on them. I don't like if you put them in cold storage, it does still remove the upgrades, and I don't want to lose those upgrades. But that's okay. I always try to get Crab Squad out there if I can. So we'll go laser duration, we'll go cooldown time. This one has a lot more slots on it though. So we'll do range and velocity, and then we can also stick in the just flat weapon damage increase. And let's see. We'll just give ourselves a little lower heat generation on energy weapons for this one. It's going to be very expensive, but again, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. Oh, we got 9 slots on this one. Damn. They are going ham with the fucking upgrade slots on this one. You love to see it. We'll throw in the weapon damage. There we go. Throw in the weapon heat. And then, because we've got the slot for it, I guess, give me a little more heat dissipation. Why not? We'll begin after completion of loadout work order. That's okay. These are going to be some very expensive crabs, but you know what we haven't lost yet this campaign? Is a crab. Alright, there we go. There we go, chat. Let's let the work get done, and in the meantime, we're gonna figure out where we're going next. So let's hit the operations room, go to the objective logs. We're actually burning through quite a few of these, so let's see who else is up next. We could go work for Steiner. We got this X marks the spot. That's a pretty tough set of missions. We could go for Crimson Crusade, even though Curita hates us. Same with Project Cold Snap. That's going to be up in Draconis space. I think we've only got one mission. Let's see, we got Duke Cole here in Davian space, which is where we are now. So let's see where this is actually going to take us to. That's actually not too far away. So let's do that. Let's do Bring Her Home. Actually, hold up. Chat, we finally have a hero mech. We gotta stop in here first. If there's a hero mech for sale, we gotta stop in and check it out.